When I tell y'all I had to run away from this damn camera, y'all, I had to run so y'all wouldn't see my hair sticking up at the top of my head. Hey, I said, yeah. Woo. I got so many songs in my head this morning. It don't make no sense. Let me tell y'all something. It's probably going to be a minute before I come on camera. So if you get in here, you rock with me, hit that like button. I'll see y'all in just a couple of minutes. I will be back. I need to get my child a lot going on. Oh, leave me in the mud. It's going down, like Young Jock said. Like Young Jock said. I bet you anywhere you meet me is guaranteed to go down, though. Boom, 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 boom. Did anybody see ya coming to my house last night? When I got your number on my brief bump, that you wanna do everything I like. I said, take the what and leave the what, girl? Please, come on now. I said, come on now. I did on these people. I said I might have did a little too much bragging on y'all. Yeah. Time to wakey wakey. Chat. Time to wakey wakey chat. Chat. What's going on, chat? Y'all put some W's in the chat. What's going on? Y'all put some W's in the chat. Oh my God. Y'all in that thing. Man, y'all hit the like button. Hmm. I'm like playing with y'all. Y'all hit that like button. I know that. Did anybody see ya coming to my house last night? Child, I said, what? No, not Karruche. I said, what Karruche? Not that Karruche. I know they lying. I said, I know they effing lying. Oh. Oh. Mm. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. I said, y'all don't come up in my doctor's office talking shit, okay? Period. Y'all know what it is. Listen, this, you gotta have patience. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm just like a doctor, baby. You gotta have patience. It's gonna be some patience around me. Yeah, shout out to that. Like you said, around Harmony and West. Mm-hmm. Child, it's gonna be a long day. This fucking wig on my head. Oh, I don't even feel like, you know, it's gonna be a long day. I don't feel like putting this fucking wig on my head. Child, I just need the summertime to come and go. You see, summer, I think we're a little overdue. I done had fun this summer. I really like got outside a little bit as far as like, you know, taking my kids places, baby. I'm over this shit. I'm over it. Shit. Oh my God, here we go. Damn. Did anybody see ya? Hey, coming to my house last night when I got your number on my beep up. That you wanna do everything I like. Alright, alright. what? Take the what and leave the what? Child, I thought this old man was, well, I can't say that. I can't say that. I do feel like, hold on, we're gonna get into all of that. I do feel like Karruche somewhere getting spoiled though, y'all. I gotta keep it real on that. So that's that. Try to get my hair, my wig together, y'all. I'm coming. So I can get my hair together. You see? Mm. Child, I'm coming around the mountain. Okay, it's going a little faster than I'm used to. So shout out to that. Child, truth is, like Fantasia said, the truth is, I almost didn't go live today, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do my audience like that. Yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do them like that, even though the internet is doing me like that, you see? Because the truth of the matter is, oh, I meant to tell y'all yesterday, the truth is I be getting bored. I do. Sometimes I get bored with the internet. Shit. Truth is, I really got bored with you. I sure did. I got bored with the internet. What to do when the net just don't be netting like that? You know how, the internet get real boring? Real boring. And you be like, let me see what's on TV. Yeah. That's how the internet been. So I've been watching TV. Y'all know I don't watch TV. Baby mama, you lying to me. Guess what? Then don't nobody throw that like me. Hey. All right, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing, baby. it's hot. It's hot already. Had my wig on for 5 seconds. And I'm ugh, I hate that. Let's go. Let's go, Shay Renee. Ooh, baby. A little pep talk. How many little pep talks? Alright. Clean up after myself. And that's gonna be that. Oh, it's hot. But don't nobody throw that like me. Ooh, I told y'all my hat. All right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Y'all hit the like button. She moves in mysterious ways. Yeah, you see, you gotta get you somebody that's gonna be a little mysterious with it. Yeah, shout out to that. It's all right. It's all right. All right. She moves in mysterious ways. Hey. I like all different types of music. Tell you something. If you stuck in one genre, I hate that for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you. Child, it's straight like that. You see? Straight like that. And now I'm ready. And now I'm ready. Oh, talk that talk with me. Y'all hold on. Because it goes one by one. Definitely need to come by here. You see? Oh, it's hot. Y'all know I was about to start sweating. Well, I put my, okay, I got my lipstick. Check. So I can run my mouth. Shake it till the moon becomes the sun. Guess what? If you ready to move, say yeah, yeah. One time for the mind, yeah, yeah. How the hell I do that away? Lord. Come listen to DJ and turn music up. Y'all ready to talk that talk? Y'all got me. What's up? So let me tell y'all something. My little baby, my youngest child, he just basically barely went to sleep. So I know that's right. I know that's right, little fella. to cut the TV off now. We done left it on. Like he's sleeping so good too. So shout out to that. Anyway, child, I'm coming around. Baby, the mountain. You see, it just is what it is. I'm coming around the mountain. Um, chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. What's up, chat? What y'all got going? What y'all got going? Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Hi. Hey. How are y'all? I said, how are y'all? On this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. I need to get my chair. Y'all know I don't like my clothes being exposed. Now, when I do that, that just takes all my room. All of it. You see? All of it. Shout out to that. Hold on. Let's see something real quick. Let's see if I can reach this. Damn it. Hopefully y'all can't see that no more. Oh, hold on. Angles. Baby, you better know y'all angles. You see? Just is what it is. Y'all hit that like button. Period. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So, uh, when Coach Prime got exposed, right, to Karruche being his little, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that is. Like, I thought they was having a coming out party, if you will. I'm like, what? Take the what and eat the what? Now, and all of a sudden, he don't want to answer no questions about Karruche. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I will say this. Y'all know. uh, I will say this though. Y'all know it's a meme, a viral meme that be going around all the time. People be like, I just be posting anything. I be wanting to do that sometimes, but like, I mean, I do every now and then. I join the party, but for the most part, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But people be like, I post all kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So y'all stay out of my business, like trying to confuse people. Yeah, I feel like that's Coach Prime all day. Um, I don't think that he is, you know what I'm saying? I think Dion don't want people in his business like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people was trying to say that like Coach Prime is a private person. And I'm like, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that to a certain extent. Coach Prime, though, has been attached to women. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since I've been, what I'm a sports fan, okay? Period. Don't get it twisted. I'm a sports fan. I'm a sports girl. So I knew who Dion was, you know what I'm saying? A little bit about Dion. Not that much like that. When he played, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't get on to him until he married. You know what I'm saying? When he was married to Pilar. With that being said, he private, but I don't necessarily consider him private like that. That man be attached to women. Period. Okay, so yeah, he ain't no, like I was talking about Keith Sweat, seeming like he gonna make being single last forever. Mm. Uh, he ain't, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? With Coach Prime, Coach Prime be having him a little friend. It just is what it is. He be in relationships, so you know, it's like, okay, now what's going on with him and Karruche? You know. And it's like, okay, wait, hold on. They didn't pick the world up and then dropped it on his effing head, you know, with their little video. Shit, they could have just kept it private, you know, because word on the curb they had been talking for a while and nobody knew. Nobody knew. Um, I don't know where that little thun came through for me, but y'all know I had found out allegedly. You know what I'm saying? That's what the word on the curb was, and I told y'all that. But like it was so quiet, like nobody knew nothing. That like people had forgot. You know what I'm saying? People had totally forgotten. Now I was wondering if y'all remembered. I was wondering if y'all at least remember when I had, you know what I'm saying, dropped that da. Yeah, when I delivered that news like a baby. Or whatnot, but like, yeah. Um, word on the curb is, you know what I'm saying? They been messing around, okay? So, here they come on the internet, letting us know that they talking, you see? And then all of a sudden they don't want to let us know no more. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm like, what's going on, Coach Prime? Now, I will say this though. Uh, Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find me an empty hanger. Um, hold on. Now I will say this though. He was doing an interview with somebody, right? And they tried to ask him about it. And he was like, I got a deal. You see, you're doing too much. Now, I will say this. It's possible because Dion know, you know what I'm saying? He know the internet. He know all of that. All of that. You see, I do think it was possible that he didn't want to like give that person that tea. You know? It's almost like if you doing an interview with um it's it today's podcast. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know it's today's podcast. So, you know, if you know you coming up on Breakfast Club next, then you might want to share that with the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like the man's platform wasn't big enough. And not to mention, you know, Coach Prime Price told him he didn't want to talk about Karruche already. You know? Child. So I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that man was probably like, boy, I mean, Coach Prime was probably like, boy, you see, I ain't got nothing for you, playboy. Like, that's probably how he treated that man. Oh, look, I got one. So, yeah, I see now that's a possibility, too, though. But then y'all know here Claudia Jordan come. I said, Claudia. I likes Claudia, baby. I sure do. Claudia. Baby, I likes Claudia. Claudia gonna do the dirty work. It just is what it is. Y'all ain't that like, but Claudia don't mind. She said, wait. Claudia was like, hold up. Like your dog said. Yeah. She was like, wait. Just stop the car. You see? Claudia said, stop the car. Yeah, because y'all ain't going to be able to take me on this roller coaster ride with y'all while y'all sit here and lie. You see? It just is what it is. According to Claudia, who is friends with Tracy, Tracy is Dion's ex, okay, that he was with for a real long time, you see, and he never tied the knot with Tracy, okay, and which a lot of people don't. They like a lot of, for whatever reason, a lot of people are like annoyed with Dion, okay, when it comes to Tracy. They feel like Dion wasted Tracy's time, you see. So anyway, Claudia is allegedly friends with Tracy. So, you know what I'm saying? She got the inside scoop. It just is what it is. According to Claudia, Tracy asked Karruche before, okay, was she laying down with old Deion Sanders? And according to Claudia, Karruche was like, no. You know what I'm saying? She not. So like, in other words, it's messy. I said, oh, Lord, Karruche. y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Karruche know the fans want better for her. It just is what it is. Like we all know Karruche's story. You know what I'm saying? She done just been done wrong ever since she came on the scene. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy too. So like, yeah, we hoping like, man, this gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? Karruche gonna do her thing. She got Deion Sanders. That's not that bad of a look. She 37. He 57, I believe. You know, it's not the worst thing. You know, here I am. Y'all know me, okay? Y'all know off the rip, I'm on some, yeah, okay, I could see it. You know what I'm saying? I could see this all day. I felt like it was a good look for Karruche, you know? Um, I did. Shit. He wake up out early. No, he go to bed out early. Child, please. You see? And then you go over there to Karruche page and it just looks like she just always on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Baby, she done took Ashanti's place. Um, mm, Cause we all know that's Ashanti's place. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ashanti gonna be on some vacation. And she have it, after having a little KK. It is what it is. Ashanti after having a little KK. It seems like Ashanti be right at St. Louis. But anyway, mm, mm. Karruche though, she done took Ashanti's place, baby. Karruche be here, there, everywhere. You see, almost like your girl Shay Renee, but different. You see, yeah. And if you ask me, it got something to do with Coach Prime. I mean, I don't know. Man, listen. Let me tell you something. It just gives Coach Prime to me. How about that? You see? Because I know Karruche got her own money and all of that, all of that, all of that. Yeah. But now this is different, y'all. This is different. She even been acting a little, like I can't explain it. But damn it, she looked like she messing with Coach Prime. You see, it just is what it is. So I said, but hot damn, Karruche. What is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this for real? Who knows? I just hope everything goes well for her. You know what I'm saying? Cause I like Dion. I do. I like Dion Sanders, but at the same time, Dion is older and Dion got the upper hand. You know, it just is what it is. He got the upper hand. Shoot. And we don't know what Dion talking about. Dion could be talking about shit, nothing. Oh Lord. And I hope that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I will say this though. Uh Hell, I just told y'all Karruche be here, there, everywhere. So I feel like they enjoying each other's company. You see? It just is what it is. I definitely, it definitely looks like, you see, um, like she over there living off of Dion's dime a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It gives that. Yes, it did. Um, and it also gives shit, Dion help her. It just is what it is. I mean, I listen, could I be wrong? Yes. But do I think I am? No. You see, I don't. I absolutely don't. Karruche got products and stuff like that she's selling. And I feel like Dion got connections. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So it just is what it is. I think they both grown. It is what it is. They both grown. Karruche know what she getting herself into. But I'm like, let me find out. You didn't got like and see I noticed when Claudia came out with that story, Karruche posted on her page, she was like, I wish everybody could just shut the fuck up. She did. Mm. I said, oh, Lord. I said, yeah, she really is messing with him, because, like, like, it is what it is. The scariest person, just, all that shit go out the window, when it come to a man. You see, when it comes time for when it's the man involved. Um, mm, mm. So I'm like, let me find out. But at the end of the day, child, I mean, I guess she ain't tricked into being his little secret if everybody know. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But this is the thing, like like I was gonna say who wanted everybody to know? Was it Karruche or Dion? You know? It's crazy. Who knows? But child, one of them got tired of hiding. Let me say that. And word on the curb is now we know why she was allegedly, possibly, and possibly hiding it from us. You see, it just is what it is because word on the curb is they saying that they saying that Karruche was like friendly with the lady, and I believe it came out that Karruche was like also working for the lady. Child, don't even get me started. You see, it just is what it is. I am here, there, I'm everywhere. But Tracy Edmonds, yeah, no, I wasn't keeping up with Tracy. It just is what it is. I didn't, I wasn't keeping up with Tracy at all. I don't know what the hell Tracy been having going on, especially to be able to hire Karruche. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, child. You see? But like, allegedly, so I'm guessing at the time when she was around Karruche and Karruche was working for the lady, then that must be when the lady approached Karruche and was like, are you messing with Dion? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, using my common sense, you see? And that's what my common sense tells me. And if she was working for the lady, then that's possibly another reason why, you know what I'm saying, she was like, just flat out lied. But Tracy and her homegirl, they felt the need to come out and tell us that Karruche is messy, trifling. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess that's allegedly, a backstabber, can't be left around your man. Like you see, like it's something though. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to that. It's something that they wanted us to know about Miss Karruche Train. It just is what it is. So anyway. You see, I'm just saying, if her and old Dion don't work, it is what it is. Allegedly, you might have to watch her. I'm just saying, watch her, okay? Because, like, yeah, maybe, maybe she fell for the old okey doke, Yeah, and that's crazy too. Like that's messy. You know what I'm saying? That's messy. It is what it is, but yeah, that's a little messy. Because what if Dion wouldn't have never even really had access to Karruche had not she been around his ex or something like that, or it, ugh, that's messy. You know what I'm saying? It is. And I feel like even Coach Prime can't even really, I feel like Coach Prime can't even really clean that one up. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's, that's nasty. Child. Mm-hmm. Remember how mad Karruche was when Chris Brown ended up having a baby on her? Like, yeah, you see. That's on the same level as mess. It is, you see. Yeah, it just is. But hey, it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask, because you got a lot of people, baby. You see? You got a lot of people that's gonna go for it. Yeah, okay. Shout out to that. The Jerry Springer show wasn't jumping for nothing, okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna put it like that. It is what it is. You know, you have a lot of people. That's not funny. Ooh, that's not funny. You got a lot of people that be going for stuff like that, because I can hear them now. Well, we wasn't friends. We was not friends. You was not my friend. We was not friends. I didn't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know? But then you have some people who just out of respect. You know? Yeah, you got some people just out of you know, it's just like, it's just too close for comfort for me. You know what I'm saying? So like, for instance, if Karruche was working for this lady in some type of capacity, right? And then either during the time she working for the lady or after the time she worked for the lady, excuse me, the lady's ex tried to talk to Karruche. You know, to me, that is too close for comfort. You know, now I could see the lady's son or something like that. You know, that son, if it was her son or something, she might have to get over that. You know, it just is what it is. Like we connected. You know, but her ex. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That is so strange. You know, it's just, you know, it is what it is. It's messy. Like I said, it is. It's messy. You know what I'm saying? It's messy. It is. You know. Shit. It's borderline that same stuff that she was running from with Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Karruche, you got it in you too. Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, who knows though? It's all alleged. Like, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is all what Claudia Jordan and yeah, Claudia Jordan is saying. You know what I'm saying? The lady ain't even said nothing. Claudia Jordan is the only person that came out and was, you know, talking that talk. You see? It just is what it is. Other than that, we wouldn't have known nothing. Not as far as like how they met. And I just told y'all the other day, people are really, really quick. Hold on. Because, like, yeah, my hair's on my nerves. Y'all, hold on. One second. I need y'all, hold on. Period. Yo, what's going on with my hair? Oh. I be forgetting I cut this shit. I do not care, though. I don't care. That's for that. We're going to have to do something about that. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Yeah. That was bothering the hell out of me. Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready now, y'all. Hold on. That's the only thing I don't really want. Let me see. Yeah. Ugh. Child, it is what it is. Oh, yeah. Shout out to that. That's a lot better. Might not be. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, but as far as Karruche goes, child, look. I don't know. I don't know. Now I will say this though. You know, Dion is getting older. Okay. He is. It is what it is. He's getting older. Dion should be ready to call it a day. You know. Uh so in my opinion, he ain't got no time to be wasting. Either you like this girl or you don't. You know, you was trifling about how you got with her, because that's what I was telling y'all the other day. Probably yesterday, hell. You know, all these days they just running together lately. Yeah, you know, these days people don't even really like telling you how they met each other. Because they probably met, you know what I'm saying, on some bull. Yeah. It just is what it is. And same thing with these people. You know, with Karruche and Dion. They probably ain't trying to tell us their story. You know? Because I ain't gonna lie, when the news first broke, I was like, how the hell? But you know, Karruche was on that show with Niecy Nash. You know what I'm saying? Niecy Nash is she's older. It just is what it is. She's older. I feel like she put Karruche on to the older crowd. It is what it is. I know that shit was funny to Chris Brown. I know it was funny to Chris Brown. I know Chris Brown was like, God damn. But I do think Chris Brown probably been new too, though. Been new. It just is what it is. Yeah, I tell y'all that all the time. Child, when we get it, it's late. By the time we get it, it's late. The industry that already played with it, had fun with it. Now, some of them that don't be knowing nothing, some of them be getting it at the same time as we get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah. How much you want to bet? I'm ready to put some money that Chris Brown probably already know. I'll take it a step further too. When Chris Brown found out, he probably was like, what? Let me see if I can, you know. And she probably shot him to the moon. And he was probably like, hot damn. This bitch is really fucking with Deion Sanders. That's crazy. I'm like, ew. No wonder why we ain't see Chris Brown over there. I mean, because it is what it is. Y'all know people mess with Deion. Not Chris Brown. But Chris Brown can be friendly with somebody that didn't have Karruche, because, hold on, I'm tripping. I feel like he was friendly with Drake, but I don't think, remember? I think Chris was mad something about Drake and Karruche at one point. He was mad. Hey. That's crazy. But yeah. Child, let me find out both of these people live each other's secrets. You know, it just is what it is. Deion Sanders was probably hoping, he probably was hoping that the ex, like, you know, he probably was hoping that the ex wouldn't expose anything. You know what I'm saying? Almost like she owed him something or something. Baby, she don't owe you that. Shit, it just is what it is. She don't owe you that. Yeah. My dress is on my nerves too. Yeah. You see? It is what it is. It's on my nerves too today. So anyway, let's see. That you wanna do everything I like over, over. The fact that she don't know. I said, "Oh, Karruche." I'm like Karruche. I mean, it is what it is, child. Like, I feel like, child, if bills is getting paid, that lady don't give a damn. Okay, nope, 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 nope. This sweater is too thick. Like, she don't give a damn about nobody feeling like she's a little secret or none of that, you know? I take it a step further, though. Y'all know how I be on Cash Doll's dude head, okay? It's no secret. I do. I be on that man head. That's not funny. Okay, so y'all know how I be on Cash Doll's man's head. You see, it just is what it is. I sure do. Oh, and shout out to him, because... Oh, never mind. I was going to say Cash Doll finally showed him a little love yesterday online. And, but she didn't. That was his ass. Like, oh, my God. It is what it is. He just seems so happy-go-lucky. You know what I'm saying? He seems so happy-go-lucky. And being, it don't feel genuine to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Do I like that? I think I like that. Or do I want to do it like this? It don't matter. It don't matter. Okay, so yeah, it was gonna be, yeah, I needed a little something on my arms for me. You see, it just is what it is, cause like, this is what I needed today. So anyway, crazy too, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cause I kind of like. Anyway, that's another story. So, what was I telling y'all about? Yeah, just too fucking happy-go-lucky. Cash Doll dude is just too fucking happy-go-lucky for me. So anyway, yeah, that. I was like, ugh. Oh my God, I just want him to I want Cash Doll to make it stop, you see? But like, no, that's what I was gonna say though. Maybe him and Karruche is just getting to know each other still, you know? Dion is old school. He old school. So I'm sure some things, you see, he taking his time with. You know, it just is what it is. And to me, like, that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be like behind the scenes. Shoot, some people just run to the internet before they even know each other. And then they just right back single again, like Summer Walker. Mm, mm. And I hate to use Summer Walker as an example, but that's the truth. Summer Walker be too quick to call somebody her man. And then gotta come back to somebody I was just playing. I'm single. I'm single again, you know? Baby, I know y'all be keeping Trina busy. Yes, I know y'all be keeping her busy with that little soundtrack. But, yeah. Anyway, back on the braille. Thought it was perfect. I don't know how. You see. It's because your ass didn't give it enough time. You see, y'all barely even knew each other. Probably barely even remember Bry's middle names. Mm, mm. So, yeah. You know, maybe they just still in that phase, you know, phase and stage. And then I take it a step further though. They're obviously closer than a lot of people thought, you know. For him to come out with that video, you know, that intimate setting, like that was very like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. All that, like, I don't know, that looked like people that's in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's what that gave to me. It was just too much crying, I would say, on Karruche's part, and emotion. You know what I'm saying? And when she talking, she on some we and da 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 da. So like, yeah. You know, like based off of that video, them people is in a relationship. Okay, it is what it is. They'll tell us when they get ready. Mm. If they ever tell us, you know, because again, I feel like Deion Sanders is private, really private. And now, come to find out, we kind of know why they would want to be really private. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Some relationships don't always start out the best. You know, the Jerry Springers of the world. You see, it just is what it is. And that, you know, that could be possible too. But who knows, you know, who knows? If I had to guess, though, if I had to guess, like really guess, you know what I'm saying, like a pair of jeans, I would really, really put my money on Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I will put my money on Coach Prime. Yeah. Because, you know, women just, I feel like women just love, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women just love, and, you know, once we get all the feels and all the signs, you know, we'll take that leap. So if I had to guess, for real, I would say it's Deion. It just is what it is. I would say it's Deion. I would say it's Deion. Shit. Keeping Karruche at bay. You know, it just is what it is. I don't think Karruche is looking at it like no other way besides like, okay, this is established man. This is a settled man. You know, God-fearing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let's keep it real now. Y'all want the truth, y'all gonna be able to handle it over here with me. You know, this is the type of things that women think about. She's probably thinking too, like, he's older, you know. Older is always a plus, you know. Well, hold on, I'll take that back. Older be a plus sometimes to women, right? Because they be thinking like I was telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no Chris Brown. You see, Chris Brown is still young. Shout out to that. He's still a young gunner. You see, he got a lot to be still running into and doing. And like, this ain't that. You know, you would think with Deion been around for a long time. You know, you would think that like all of his humping around. You see, y'all know why it came in my head. It just is what it is. Ain't nobody humping around. Like Bobby Brown said. You would think that all of them days is over for Deion. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that like he not still getting it popping, you know, but more like one woman. You know what I'm saying? Like more so like I'm a one woman's man now though. You see? versus like I'm just here, there, everywhere, you know. Um, you know, you just that's what one would hope, right? That's what one would hope. But I will say this though, you don't never know. Okay? Yeah. You don't ever know. Women don't never know. I'm telling you what women be hoping. Shit. You see? But like that there is no guarantee that a man gonna be faithful. There's no guarantee. Not no age can guarantee that. Not no occupation. See, that's strictly about the man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That he gotta be about that on his own. But again. At Dion's age, though, he is a very, very established fella, right? He older. So one thing about Dion, he shouldn't have nobody confront him about texting bitches. You see, he just too old for that. It is what it is. He is too old for that. Mm-mm. So like, yeah, you know, I feel like with Dion, you know what I'm saying, a woman can possibly kind of feel like she getting like almost like a total package. The only issue is the age, you know what I'm saying, the age. But you know, that can be, you know what I'm saying, the age can how can I put it? The age can be like overlooked, right? Because to me, this is my opinion. I don't know it to be a fact, child. I'm just talking. Y'all know that. Shout out to that. You would think it would pan itself out, right? Because like with a Dion, he older. You talking about somebody that's older, been married before, okay? So to me, he should know how to treat a woman. It just is what it is. He should know how to treat a woman, you know. So like, yeah, I feel like she'll overlook that too. You know what I'm saying? Him being older, because he should just know how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like any and everything you could think about. Dion should have that shit down. It just is what it is. Dion is at the age where you shouldn't really have to tell him nothing. Like Kanye said, you can't tell me nothing. You see? Like, what? Take the water, lead the what? He's supposed to, man, Dion's supposed to, he at an age where, yeah, okay? It just is what it is. And that's why I said, to me, when you look at Karruche, it seems like Karruche is like being well taken care of. It seems like Dion probably, I don't know. Probably, okay? Seems like Dion probably done stepped up, paying bills for real. Yeah, Clarissa. Tap in our banks. Because, like, we all know Clarissa went viral, and I had to tell Clarissa, like, she was talking about he do this, he do that, he do this, he do that. I said, Clarissa, you ain't even got now one goddamn bill. You see, you talking about he paying for flights and purses. Clarissa, you only showed us one purse. Anyway, because we talking about Clarissa today. I forgot. I don't know why her name ain't on this whole my handy dandy notes, but I definitely meant to write her in, okay? Let me just write her in. But yeah, no. This ain't that. I feel like, Y'all know how Gilbert Arenas was saying that, like, Gilbert is crazy. Y'all know how Gilbert was saying basically that, you know, the girls be signing up to get taken care of. It is what it is. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that with Karruche and Dion. You know, I could see that. And so maybe he like, I don't know. It just, you know how you can look at a person's life sometimes and look like it upgraded a little bit. That's the vibe I get. I can even take it a step further. Y'all want me to take it a step further? Karruche even acts older. Excuse me, in a sense. The last time I looked at her page, Karruche was giving like rich auntie vibes. I mean, it just is what it is. She was. You know what I'm saying? Here, there, everywhere on a extravagant vacation. Baby, she got this little haircut going on. She giving like Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? In Halle Berry's day when she was doing shit and running shit. I mean, it just is what it is. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can just sense, I sense that it got something to do with Dion, dating an older man. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention people were saying, see, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that. I was watching Coach Prime and Roxy on Tubi and everything. What's that show called? On Tubi. Damn, I forgot what it's called, but I didn't watch all they little episodes. Anyway, I don't know. I just get grown. I just get real grown and sexy vibes from them though. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like, word on the curb is it didn't start. You know what I'm saying? It didn't start like that. But like, yeah, if Karruche is dating Dion and she's having fun dating Dion and she's loving dating Dion and shit, she in love with Dion. There we go. You know what I'm saying? I guess she could thank Niecy Nash or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I would say Niecy Nash because to me, Niecy Nash was her first, and I could be wrong. But it looked like it. Her first like older friend. You know what I'm saying? For real. Her first older friend. Pushing her up on that older crowd a little bit, you know? It just is what it is. I mean, some women find love, with older guys, right? I'm going to tell you like this, ladies. Older does not always mean better, okay? It does not. You can literally really get with some older fools out here, okay? I mean, plumb D fools, okay? So, like, you really just got to do your research. It is what it is. You got to do your research. He got to be an older fella that, like, for instance, like Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? I consider Dion like okay, guy for Karruche for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because Dion be chilling. This just is what it is. He be chilling. Like I said, we know Dion from being in relationships. We know Dion from being an athlete. We know Dion from being a great dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was going through a divorce and all of that, it got ugly. They did between him and his ex-wife. It got ugly. You know what I'm saying? But still, through it all, I'm talking about a person's track record. You see. Now, remember when everybody was excited about Young Miami and Diddy? I said, hell no. I said, this ain't that. No, this is different. You know what I'm saying? This is different. It is what it is. Dion is an okay guy. It just is what it is. He really is. He is an okay guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Karruche will be okay with him. But then you got a lot of people, right, who was watching his last relationship. And I didn't pay no attention to his last relationship. All I knew is Dion was dating Babyface's ex. Remember? That was it. That was all I knew. That was the gist of it for me. But like, if you listen to a lot of people, Dion wasted that lady's time. I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I don't know what happened with them or none of that. But like from what I know, Dion is a good, a good guy. And I will say this too. At 57 years old, right? Dion, you would think that like if he is with Karruche, that's it. You see, whether he marry her or not. You would think that like this could possibly be his last serious relationship. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. If they really if they really both found love in one another. I mean, it just is what it is. And not to mention, before I get out of here on that topic, not to mention, people were saying, that's what I was saying. I never seen Dion say this, but they said he did. They said he was actually talking like, he'll have another baby. And I said, okay. You know, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that screams Karruche all day. You know what I'm saying? Um, Karruche is young still. You know, Karruche probably wants 2 babies. You know, and shit. You know, so it is what it is. I could see these two, doing it for real. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Shout out to them both though. I said, listen, dog, Karruche, don't let Dion, whatever, however it go. Cause I don't know. I'm like, don't let him make you into his little secret. But then like, who knows? Karruche probably been hiding because she know how she got with him and all of that. Probably didn't want to hear all of that. Then too, like, I could see Karruche being like, you know what, I had relationships in the spotlight. I don't want to do it like that this time. And I definitely gotta give a shout out to them both for doing it the way I say you supposed to do it. Everybody that ain't gotta know you messing around with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make it official first before you go telling anybody. That's just how I feel about it. So it is what it is. Shout out to Karruche Tran and Deion Sanders. Oh yeah, and yeah, shout out to Dion too, who we all know is going through what he going through. Bouncing back. Already walking Colorado's campuses and stuff like that as we speak. So anyway, shout out to him. And that. And then after that, while we talking relationships, Holly Bailey and DDG. Shout out to them both. Shout out to them both. Now Holly Bailey is viral right now, okay? Because fans on TikTok, I know this fans on TikTok is tripping with her, okay? Because they saying that like she is posting her baby and something about she let her dude post them too, and I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. First of all, if her dude posted her baby one little old time, I don't know what to tell y'all, you see? Because DDG, like, that's a different type of posting, okay? We're just like, let's just get that straight. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, for real, because Halo was down there like a paid actor in DDG stuff. I mean, it just is what it is. Speaking of Halo, though, I said when I took this story on, I was like, oh my God, you know, like a part of me felt a little weird because I miss seeing Halo online, and that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shoot, they got us used to seeing that baby all the time. It's crazy too, cause like nobody baby, nobody's. Shoot. Besides, I mean, if you're gonna say Northwest and Blue Ivy or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like nobody's baby, you know what I'm saying, got as popular as Halo, I would say. You know? Um, you know, now I will say King's baby, you know what I'm saying? He was right there. He was up and coming. But they didn't even slow down on posting him. But yeah, look, Halo, he is too cute. He is too cute. I kind of miss seeing him online, but I understand too. You know, from a parent's perspective, it just is what it is. Now, what I wanted to say about Haley though, Holly, my bad, I always call her Haley. Holly is done working in Italy. She posted that she wrapped her stuff up. It's a wrap. And I'm like, wait, cause y'all know you can't miss nothing. Like nothing gets past me. It just is what it is. Nothing. I noticed that like now that she say she not in Italy anymore, and she's not posting. I mean, she's no longer in Italy doing the movie. I'm like, well, wait. Cause the whole time she was in Italy doing that movie, it seemed like DDG was picking with her. You know what I'm saying? Like he had, you know, like him in India just was always online. And I noticed now that she not working no more. She not filming no more. You know what I'm saying? She back to chilling. Now DDG them just quiet. And I'm like, oh yeah, they messy. I like DDG. I like DDG. But I'm like, I don't like that, DDG. You was being messy. You see? It just is what it is. Like you was being extremely messy. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make this girl have a hard time. That's crazy. But it is what it is, you know? From a woman's perspective, right? And an outside's perspective, it's like, oh, okay, you hurt. But you hurt. You want all your purses back. You know, type stuff. It is what it is. Like, I see through all of that. You know, it just is what it is. That you're showing your hand. You know? You're showing your hand. Because he another one. He is another one to me that, like, I can't explain it, but I'm like, I just feel like him and India, like, they're not going to really know each other for real. You know? They're not really going to know each other for real. Because every time they up in each other's face for real, it's a camera. You know? I feel like he is another one, though, that needs to take his time, excuse me, and literally get to know somebody. It is what it is. I don't know if him in India is for real, you know? But I'm just saying, if they are, I think they need to take that relationship offline. You know what I'm saying? And really get to know each other. Or they could be just setting themselves up for that old, what's it called? That old YouTube shit. You see? It just is what it is. Them YouTube relationships, they be so cute. They do. They be really cute. But I feel like they don't be real. Shit, I feel like they don't be real. real enough. You know what I'm saying? Real enough, to sustain. I mean, to like, cause listen, that's a whole nother topic. But at the end of the day, I feel like I tell you a lot of time, online relationships is hard as hell. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even imagine people telling me about my relationship. It's annoying. That is annoying. I don't know how people could survive that. It just is what it is. I feel like that shit is hard. Okay. But I feel like when you really barely know each other, it's not going to work. It's almost like Kirk and Rashida, right? I feel like Kirk and Rashida, they just, their relationship is real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? So they can I can't explain it. But I just feel like they can handle people talking about them all day, every day, 24/7. He did this and she did that and she's stupid and he is this, and you know what I'm saying? Because it was already like they can't, nobody can break it. You know what I'm saying? They can't break it. Um Now this online stuff, yeah, I definitely feel like it can be penetrated, you know what I'm saying, if you will, by you know, people's opinions. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But shout out to them though, with their little messy selves. It just is what it is. Let's see though. I know probably can't nothing good come from that though. So India might want to be careful though. She might want to be careful, you know. Um and that's that. I wouldn't allow DDG to use me. You know what I'm saying? In a way. That is what it is. If they get in a bag together, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But to like be taunting somebody and stuff like that, that's not cute. You know what I'm saying? That's not cute and that's not a good look. China, I feel like I need a Red Bull. I ain't even been up that long. But I did wake up out of my sleep last night. I woke up, stayed up for like 2 hours, then went back to sleep. So it is what it is. But yeah, I do not like feeling sleepy in the middle of my show. In the middle of my stream, child. But anyway, shout out to Holly though, who basically just gotta stay off the internet. You know what I'm saying? I see that now. Holly Bailey, while she healing, she just gotta let DDG have the internet. You know, it is what it is. Let them have that shit. You know, she got whatever she got, which I know that's hard, but like you can do it. You can. Like I wrote a book. Shout out to that. I wrote a book though about like doing you on the internet. It can be done. You know what I'm saying? She just gotta put some little things into play and she'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? But I see that now. For the most part, she gotta let DDG have the internet. You know? And then I'll take it a step further. She can't be shaken by what she see, and it'll blow over. You know what I'm saying? I already see it's already starting to blow over. Like I don't understand where he at. You see, it just is what it is. He has so much energy for streaming while they was in Italy. Now know nothing. Know nothing. Why know nothing? That's crazy to me. But yeah. Messy. Again, messy boots. All these folks is messy boots. It just is what it is. And then after that, though, Sexy Red. I was just about to say that. He had all this energy. Streaming with Sexy Red and all of that from Italy. You know what I'm saying? If you let DDG tell it, he was having a funky good time in Italy. With India, too. Mm. Now he's just quiet. I can't even buy a goddamn vowel. Speaking of which, though, I always give Funny Mike and his baby mama their card. You know what I'm saying? And like when I was saying, like a real relationship, see, Funny Mike them got a real relationship. They do. They got a real relationship. But, I do think that like the fact that it's so private makes it hard for them. You know what I'm saying? Especially the girlfriend, Jalea. Hey, yeah. You know, it just is what it is, you know. But I feel like that relationship is real. I do. But at the same time, if Funny might be letting people in it, that's that. You know? I don't know. I just know word on the curb. But like, yeah. Those two. To me, Funny Mike and Jaleel be lasting. You know? But I believe it's because they have a real relationship. They have a real relationship. But I gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. The camera is always in their face too. It is. It's always in their face. And I know Funny Mike get in the bag, but we don't know really how Jaleel feel about that. You know, I really don't know. Um, I saw a clip online though that made me kind of sad. Um, it was of MJ, which is their son. He was getting on his daddy ass. It is what it is. He was getting on his daddy ass. He was like, it's time for him to get married. And Funny Mike was like, man, you're not finna press me about getting married. And Jaleel was like, tell him it's been 7 years. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I had to guess, I think it's something that, you know, I think, you know, you see, I feel like it's something that Jalea is waiting on that she not necessarily getting from Funny Mike. It just is what it is. But I wish them well. You know, I do. I wish them well. That is one couple that I would really love to see make it. It just is what it is. They've been together all this time. And then they got a family. You know what I'm saying? They got a beautiful family that they then grew. But yeah, again, they one of them, I hate to say it, but they are. They kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? An internet couple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm rooting for them because I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. Them internet couples be breaking up. Like, let me tell you something. I don't even be watching them. I just hear about them. Like, for instance, Corey and Carmen. I never watched Corey and Carmen before. Never. Not one time. I've never seen them together. Every clip I've ever saw of them has been since they broke up. You know what I'm saying? And it's always separate. They're always, you know, doing something by themselves. But I didn't know them as a couple. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people was watching them as a couple. A lot of people knew of them as a couple. And they just broke up. They no more. Divorce. And then who else? Ken and De'Ara. Never watched them. Not one, no content. Just heard about them before they broke up and then after they broke up. Who else? It's a lot of them. That girl Neek, whoever she is, I never watched her. Not one time. But I guess she be breaking up with people too. Who else? Definitely Armand and Nay. You know what I'm saying? Armand and Nay was a big ass internet couple. It wasn't even together that long, probably 6 months long or something. Yeah, it is what it is. I wouldn't recommend that shit. I mean, let me tell you something. I would recommend it if like, hey, good morning. I would recommend it if like, let's say, um, like let's say you're in a new relationship, brand new. Go for it. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Just go for it, That. Or also, I would say, like, if you have somebody that you can pretend, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? I would say a fake relationship will be even better. You see? um yeah, pay, kind of like love don't cost a thing type thing. Yeah, you see, because that way they ain't really tearing up nothing anyway. They ain't tearing up nothing for real. And those are my recommendations. But like, I wouldn't recommend you whip it out the camera and start filming your relationship with somebody that you love dearly. I wouldn't recommend it. Hell no. It just is what it is. But it's not like I feel like nobody can get through that either though. Like that's not what I'm saying. I just feel like different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? But like I know me. Like that is not something that I would want to invite into my relationship. It just is what it is. I wouldn't want nobody talking about my relationship every day on the day. Like that's a lot. You see? It just is what it is. That is a damn lot. So yeah. And then like I was saying with Sexy Red. So DDG was even working with Sexy Red a little bit while he was out there in Italy. Shout out to that and shout out to him. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Sexy Red is saying she's single. And Adrian Bonner been shooting his shot. I'm like, AB, go on. Hell no. You see? I'm like, hell no. This is the thing. This is why you don't, this is why you always gotta, yeah, because you be needing people to vouch for you. And like, nah. We ain't vouching for you, AB. Sexy Red, keep doing your thing. It is what it is. Do not stop there. It just is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, word on the curb is Sexy Red say she's single, big single. I'm like, child, what happened to her and Chief Key? I like them together. I did. And that's crazy too, because how in the hell, excuse me, you go from beefing with this girl all the time over Chief Key. Both of y'all paying attention to the other one and, taking pictures of the kitchen every time y'all get to visit. And, like, how you go from that to her getting locked up to now you got action at the dude by yourself, completely by yourself, because she in a slammer. And word on curb is, it might be a while. Oh, well, I don't even know if she got out. She could be out, though. Word on curb is she went to jail in a county that don't be playing out there in ATL somewhere. And so, like, yeah, make it make sense, though. You had Chief Keef all to yourself, and now you talking about you single. I don't know. It just is what it is. I don't know. I will say this, though. Chief Keef don't seem like the locking down type anyway. You see, anyway at all. So it just is what it is. But yeah, Word on Carpet, Sexy Red is single, and Adrian Bonner is barking up that tree. He just bark and bark and bark, and I said, hell no. Okay, but it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe Sexy Red like what she see there. Anyway, though, after that, let me talk about Boosie. Well, hold on. Let's talk about Offset. Offset got an album coming out. He said he got an album coming out. Shout out to him and shout out to that. I'm sure it's gonna be fire. We here for it, Offset. He said Offset said he's dropping his album in August. I said, go ahead then, Offset. I'm here for it. I said I ain't scared. It is what it is. And when I say he ain't scared, I mean, like, you know, he said he dropping in August. Cardi B dropping in September. He ain't scared. I said what? Take the what and leave the what. He don't care. Shit. That is a 1/3 of the Migos. Y'all better put some respect on his name. But anyway, new music coming out in August. Then what else is going on? Speaking of music, Fivio Foreign is out. I said, all right now, Fivio. Shout out to that. It's crazy. Fivio was in jail for a long time and nobody noticed. I said that was sad. That really made me sad. But not for real. All jokes aside, he out now though after 6 months in the slammer straight. I ain't heard now a song. I ain't heard nothing. Fivio, you need to fire your camp. You see, it just is what it is. I said take the what and leave the what. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Blueface. That's not funny. Blueface people talking about him every day. You see, he gonna be back like an act. You know what I'm saying? Like he never left. It just is what it is. The main the ringmaster of the circus. Let's get it. But Fivio, I said Fivio could learn a thing or two from Blueface. Yeah, shout out to that. Oh, yeah, Fivio, that's crazy. Like, we ain't heard shit, okay? Until yesterday. It is what it is. He out. He out. He done went to jail. For, y'all know, threat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the... I said, now, don't nobody ever go to jail for that. We just hear about it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them charges where they be like, yeah, you could go to jail for threatening somebody. You know what I'm saying? But like, nobody ever really goes to jail for it. Child, that's what Fivio Foreign was allegedly in jail for. He didn't, yeah, you see. I said, probably somebody at the label. The way they just had him all quiet. But anyway, word on the curb is Fivio Foreign is out of jail after doing 6 months on a threat charge, and they didn't send him home with 3 years probation. I said, now Fivio. I said, now you just couldn't, you just you just couldn't take a year off. You see, you had already did 6 months, my guy. I said, ooh, eek. Boy, I hope you can get through that 3 years. It just is what it is. He know. He know damn well. You see, he know damn well he should have took that probation. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Word on the curb is he back. New York, that's y'all king. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, for real. How you go call yourself? How you go from calling yourself the king of New York and didn't nobody even know you was in jail during time? Oh Lord. Okay. Um. Anyway, after that, speaking of jail and doing time and all of that, word on the curb is Boosie. Might be doing some time. He basically said Boosie said he tired of fighting that charge. And I said, yeah, it he just must couldn't win it. You see, it just is what it is. He just must couldn't win it. Um, they must have got him red-handed. You know, it is what it is. And now he said, he took a plea. He took a plea. Probably gotta go to jail. And I'm like, I hate that for Boosie, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I was like, yeah, Boosie, I hope you get your stuff together this time, though. Please don't come back out here arguing with now another person about no money. You see? Yeah, because I'm just saying, this time he seemed way more paid than he was last time. Okay? And like, yeah, you see, we just don't want him to lose no more family. Yeah, by money. And then I just started thinking about his house and all of that. It's just really sad. It is. But I really hope that he get his affairs in line. I hope that he can come home, like Gucci Man. Yeah, you see, just in a better off than he was before he left. In other words, yeah, we like, please, like, y'all don't do Boosie wrong, because we'll have to hear about this shit for 40 minutes. You see, it just is what it is. But yeah, and then I said, okay, well, that would explain why he thought he was finna get that girl right back pregnant again. Remember? And she said, hell no, you're not, Miss Presser Girl. It just is what it is. Miss Presser Girl said, not without a ring. You see? She said she just ain't finna be having no babies for fun. Boosie? I said, well, that explains that, though. Remember, he's talking about, go sit down. That's what he felt like. He was going to give her 2 kids to sit there and say, go sit down. Boy, bye. That baby mama said, shit. She think not. That baby mama said she about to get out here and live to fight another day. You see? So shout out to that. And shout out to the little baby they just had. But yes, y'all, word on the curb is Boosie, might be getting ready to do a little time. You know what I'm saying? And of course, me, myself, and I, you see. I'm gonna take it up on myself to take it a step further. Because that's what I do. Yeah, I went ahead and thought about it. I said, okay. That's why he wanted them 2 kids back to back, you see. It just is what it is. He hoping that he could sit her down. So anyway, shout out to him and shout out to that. And then anyway, after that, the BET Awards canceled. You see? Yeah. Baby, canceled. I said, what? Take the what and leave the what? Yes, y'all. Word on the curb is BET. It's no more. Hold on. The BET Awards. Hold on. The BET. Damn. Source. No, it's not the Source. Child, one of them damn shows. You see, it just is what it is. Damn, I cannot. Hip hop. That's what it is. BET Hip Hop Awards, the one with the cipher and all of that. The word on the curb is they canceled that. Just with no notice. I'm like, why is y'all surprised? I thought, wasn't somebody who bought BET mad or something like that? You see, don't get me started, because I don't know. You see, I might be like piecing different puzzles. But I know for a fact that there was a man who had bought a channel, and he said he was suing somebody over the purchase of that channel because it just, He felt bamboozled. Now I don't know if that was BET. I cannot remember, and maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I will say this: TV is in the dumps. You see, and I tell y'all that all the time. It just is what it is. It is. It's in the freaking dumps. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't see BET fixing it. Okay? It just is what it is. At least not overnight. Somebody said shit, hip hop is in the dumps. I said, nah. I don't know. Um, I haven't really noticed, okay? Um, especially listening to Kendrick Lamar every day. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so sure that's that. I can't tell. Okay. But now for real. Word on the curb, y'all. The BET Hip Hop Awards will not be going on this year. Child, and I keep telling y'all, I'm like, well, maybe my audience will listen to me now. You see? Yeah, like the song said, listen now. Listen now. Oh. I'm getting paper. Whatever it said. So anyway. So maybe they gonna listen to me now, but I keep telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know they still making movies. Shout out to them, shout out to that. But like I'm telling y'all, there's something going on. Things is changing, okay? It is what it is. Things is changing. For real. I feel like that TV money ain't coming in like it used to. Y'all see Scott Jackson's baby daddy. That's not funny, but for real. He committing crimes every other day. Yeah, probably trying to, convince Sky that he ain't broke. Or convince Sky that he don't need her money. Or convince Sky that, like, bitch, this ain't Disney. This the real world. It just is what it is. I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Sky probably pulling up in big Bentleys and shit. He be probably like, hey, bitch, nah. You see, I got to get on my grind. Back in jail. You know what I'm saying? So he just be in and out of jail. In and out. Like the burger place. It's sad. But get it together, Yerky. Anyway, child, but I'm just saying, them Disney chicks, them Disney chicks. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Now, Sky probably all right. She got her little, but I'm just saying, TV is in the dumps. Okay? I don't know what else to say. So, anyway, after that, and yeah, like I said, BET cancels the Hip Hop Awards. And they said they didn't say why. So, that's crazy, too. Imagine that. And then anyway, after that, let's talk Lunel. Child, I said, ooh, I like Lunel though, because Lunel gonna tell it like it is, baby. So shout out to her and that. Lunel basically got up there and told us how she felt about Shannon Sharp. It just is what it is. She basically called Shannon Sharp ugly. I said, ooh, I eat. But I like how she led it, though. She led into it. Because she was basically like, I'm ugly. You see? So, like, yeah, we just two uglies who made it. But she said she don't care nothing about what Shannon Sharp got going on like that. I think she basically said, he don't care for me, I don't care for him. I said, well, why are you trying to get on his show, Lunel? Why are you trying to get on the Ugly Man show? Hey, you see? Yeah, it just is what it is. Because she basically said, like, he didn't want her on his show. I think she was trying to say, like, when he was hot. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't get on the show. And now, his buzz and went down a little bit. Now, she getting the invite. That's what I took from what she said. And I'm like, girl, I guess he knew right, Linnell. It is what it is. He knew right. You know? He knew right. He probably felt like all the while he knew you thought he was ugly. You see, it just is what it is. So he did right. He did right by not letting you come on his show. Yeah. Okay. So it is what it is. What else we talking about? I mean, cause you thought he was ugly when you was trying to get home, right? You thought he was ugly when you was trying to get booked. When he was booked and busy. He was ugly then, right? Okay. So shout out to Shannon Sharp, who I feel like did right, okay, by not letting Lunell come on his show. It just is what it is. Hold on, because it was something I wanted to say. What did I want to say? Oh. Now I will say this, though. I will say this. I just feel like some people in their younger years, they look better. You know what I'm saying? So when they get older, you know what I'm saying? Them always the people that either pulling out old pictures or they kids pulling out old pictures. You know what I'm saying? To show that once upon a time, like a story, they was hot shit. You see, it just is what it is. And I just feel like, Shannon Sharp, he could possibly be one of those people, I would say. But yeah, I feel like Shannon Sharp kind of knew how people felt about him look-wise when y'all said he looked like nada. Okay? It just is what it is. Okay? But anyway, shout out to Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay. Okay? It is what it is. Shout out to him. Shout out to that. Who, by the way, I think is doing okay. Yes. Oh, and shout out to his brother too. His brother, Sterling Sharp, who I didn't even know existed. Yeah, shame on me. I did not know that Shannon Sharp had a big brother. I did not know that until he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So shout out to that and congratulations to him on that. Okay. Now Sterling, right? I seen a clip of Sterling talking about how he basically spoiled Shannon rotten. Okay. He said before he had a daughter, Shannon was just, down there like his son. And he just gave Shannon any and everything he wanted. And I seen people in the comments like, well, shit, that explains it, They basically feel like Sterling, I don't know, just makes it. Because, a lot of people keep saying Shannon ain't learned shit. You see? And maybe he hasn't. Because truth be told, I feel like Shannon was set up. That's the easiest way to say it. Without beating around the bush and whatever. You see, that's what it, like. I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm saying it like that's what I think happened to him. It just is what it is. Remind you, he let Cat Williams sit over there. Not just Cat though, all of them. Cat, Monique, all of them. He let them people sit over there and call out their enemies. You see. And I feel like at that time, they became Shannon Sharp's enemy as well. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Shannon Sharp is only getting paid back for that interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, Diddy might even be mad at Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, what's called was like, Puff likes to party. And you got to tell him no. I'm just saying. you know? I feel like the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp's downfall. It just is what it is, though. I don't know that for it to be actual and factual, but I do think that's true. You know what I'm saying? I do think that's partially some of it, okay? And I do think that somebody is upset with Shannon. It just is what it is. And I take it a step further. Maybe it's whoever gave him the money in the first place. You know, you just never know. You know, you just never know. Because I do think that is a dirty game that's being played as well, right? So like, it's cool. It's cool. You got the money, but now I'm finna do something dirty to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Even like what happened to Diddy. He sued somebody, right? He sued the liquor people. And although he withdrew his lawsuit, it was too late. One, you didn't already made me mad. And two, we didn't pay your stinking ass a whole lot of money. You see? Yeah. So now, like, we might not get it back, but you'll never see it either. You see? Like, you, absolutely not. I definitely feel like somebody is trying to drain Diddy, okay? And not the kind of draining he probably like and used to. It just is what it is. I think they trying to drain those pockets, you know? Mm, 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 mm. Now, anyway, I mean, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Cause like, oh, like, but I can also say, I don't know. I don't know, because Diddy got too much money. You see, it is what it is. Shout out to him and shout out to that empire he built. That man got motherfucking money. It's going to be hard to break Diddy, for real. Yeah, so shout out to that. It's going to be hard to break Diddy. But because I would say, can you imagine a broke Diddy like that? Excuse me, I feel like that would be hell on earth. That's why I was telling somebody just the other day, you know, in court, they asked, I was telling my boo, in court, they asked Cassie specifically if she loved Diddy. She was like, yeah. Then they asked her, do you still love Diddy? She said, I love our past. I have love for our past. I believe that's what she said. And that was a messed up answer. You know what I'm saying? For a woman who moved on. But I said, man, but when you think about it though, it was a real answer too. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe, just maybe, she does miss that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You know, going from extraordinary to ordinary. You know, like I mean, but I imagine it's way easier for Cassie than it will be for Diddy. I mean, it just is what it is. That man, you know, been experiencing the best of the best since forever. It just is what it is. I just really couldn't want. I don't think he want to be existing, okay, without his money. It just is what it is. But I could be wrong though. You never know. But anyway, after that, and then last but not least, Clarissa. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hit the like button. Clarissa Shields. Clarissa, let me see, 7:30. Yeah, I can rock with that. I can work with that. And let me just say this, y'all. So when the show first started, I was wailing there trying to talk to y'all. Wasn't really on camera. I wasn't ready to be on camera just yet. I was trying to tell y'all though how the internet, the news ain't been newsing. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And the way I put it is, I'm bored. I get bored with the internet sometimes. And that's, when the news ain't news and they're like, yeah, let me see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 topics. That's pretty good because that's pretty standard. Okay. So it is what it is. Shout out to that. That's pretty standard for me. But like, yeah, shoot, it was like getting them out of a turnip. Shoot, like I had to do so much. It is what it is. In other words, the news ain't news and there's not much to talk about. And when it be like that, I don't be want to waste y'all time or my time. Then I definitely be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Instead of streaming, I'll use this day to touch some damn grass. You know what I'm saying? I'll use this time to touch grass. It just is what it is. So it be, it kind of be a win-win for me. Even if I just rest, that's good too. But like, yes, y'all, Clarissa Shields had to set the record straight. I said, now listen, this is just gonna be a damn ride. We just gonna have to sit back. I don't know who need to hear this. I know I had to. We just gonna have to sit back and enjoy this ride. You see, it just is what it is. Because you know how I was saying people need to sit back and enjoy their relationship. Like they need to know that they know what their relationship even is before they bring it to us on the internet. I think Clarissa is one of them people. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that Clarissa is young. She ain't that damn young though. 30 ain't that young. But I think she's a little bit on the immature side. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Let's keep it real. Because a mature woman, right? And I'm not just talking age. I mean maturity. Real maturity. Wouldn't have to flaunt somebody else's husband. So I think she's a little on the insecure side. And I think that she covers her insecurities by filming. You know what I'm saying? Filming. And telling us about her relationship. It just is what it is. But I definitely feel like she is a little insecure, about dating a married man. I think that she gets irritated that he's still married. I think that she thinks that being out and about with him and flaunting him and talking about their relationship every chance that she gets is going to speed up the divorce. That's just what I think, though. It's not a fact. Just my opinion, actually. But yeah, I do think that that's what's going on with Papoose and Clarissa Shields. Not to mention, right? Not to mention that maybe she's never had somebody older than her. And I tell you, sometimes an older man can have an advantage. It just is what it is. An older guy can have an advantage. It's no different than Karruche and Prime. It's no different. Okay. Papoose is telling her everything she needs to hear. And then some. You see? It just is what it is. So, like, I said, listen, we finna just have to sit back and see how this shit goes. You see? Yeah. It just is what it is. Because Clarissa is definitely gonna do her, at the end of the day. And doing her, by the way, means irritating the hell out of this wife. It just is what it is. As a constant reminder that hello, Miss Present Girl, you supposed to be getting a divorce. You see, it just is what it is. That's what she doing. You see, that's what she doing. She's trying to annoy the hell out of Remy Ma. Um, maybe it's working, child. Maybe it's working. Who knows? I will say though, and maybe it's not, and maybe it's not. Because this probably, 9 times out of 10, there is some money involved, period. And Remy Ma probably ain't letting, she probably ain't trying to be part of the Throwdown Your Wallet crew. You see, it just is what it is. She probably want Papoose to, um, leave with whatever he came with, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But she probably ain't trying to take care of his ass at all. I mean, at all. So it is what it is. Long story short, they probably got a long time. You know what I'm saying? Or longer. It is what it is before they divorce. And Clarissa got to deal with it. All right. So I just feel like she dealing with it the best way she know how. Okay. So last time we seen Clarissa, she was at Papooses, Remy Ma's mother-in-law house. Okay. This is what it is. Exchanged mother-in-law, but it's still her mother-in-law. You see, calling it hers though. She was like, she's at Papoose mama house eating. I said, girl, well, shout out to that. Mm, mm, child. And then what else is going on with Papoose them? So that's that. And then his daughter was online too just recently. Talking about she 28 and Clarissa is 30. I didn't know they was that close in age. That's probably a little weird for Papoose. Just a little bit. It is what it is. Because I believe Papoose is 47. Papoose is 47. Is it 47? I don't know why I got 47 in my head for him. But yeah, about 17 years older than Clarissa. That's about right. And I don't know. One thing about Papoose though, he seems to be taking his time. Thank the Lord too, cause like, you know what I'm saying. Now that's one thing I do give Papoose. He do be standing in them pictures like somebody else's husband. Yeah, he do. He be standing in them pictures like he is still fucking shocked. He don't know where the hell he was at yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He cannot believe his today. Today is not yesterday's price. He just can't believe it though still, It just is what it is. Oh yes indeed, baby. I said, well, at least some of them, one of them is aware of what's the hell going on. You see, just what it. He definitely be standing in them pictures like somebody else, man. He do. Child. So anyway, but child, listen. Word on the curb is Clarissa said she had to check a couple of folks who, was lying on her relationship, talking about they broke up. She said they ain't broke up. Clarissa lying though. Ain't nobody said that, child. Ain't nobody said that. Let me tell you something. Clarissa and Papoose, I think they have the same. They are definitely the same sign. I said, ooh, I know they be out lying. Now I know they be just lying to each other. It just is what it is. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. What? I'm here every day. I am here every day. So shout out to that. But yeah. Child, Clarissa Shields and got her got with somebody else's man. It just is what it is. But, you know, according to Shantae, you see how I did that? Now, AKA Remy Ma, she didn't want him no more, you know. So that's that. Like, hey. You know, it is what it is. I'm like, girl, celebrate that shit later on, you know. But hey, you can't tell. Sometimes it is what it is. These folks want to live how they want to live, you know. So that's that. And I talk about it all the time. We all different, you know. We are all different. Okay. And I'll take it a step further too before I get out of here. Clarissa Shields is turning up her brand. It just is what it is, Shy. I cannot tell you how many people I see say that they never knew who Clarissa was, right? Before the papoose thing. And Clarissa knows that. So, like, she eating that up, okay? Like Lucas. It just is what it is. But anyway, y'all, then after that, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm about to bounce. Yes, baby, I'm about to go. You see, it just is what it is. Because I'm not no Nike employee. And that means I just don't have time to force it. I'm not about to force it today. You see, it just is what it is. I'm not about to force it. If the news ain't newsing, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bump it on down, child, until the next time, until we can have another go at it. Let me just say this, too, though, before I get out of here real quick. Real quick. Well, now, I didn't put Diddy in the title. We won't talk about Diddy. I'll talk about Diddy the next time y'all see me. So anyway, shout out to that. And shout out to everybody who came through. I had so much fun with y'all. Oh, I know it's time for me to go. Because I start feeling sick. I feel sick. So tomorrow before I come on here, y'all, I'm probably going to eat first. It just is what it is. Because, my mouth's starting to water and everything. Child, let me go. Yes, Pooper Stars. It's your girl, Shay Renee. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.